Hey everyone, welcome back to Comic Connections Week in Review. This is week 2, and today we'll be discussing all the comics available on the 22nd of November 2017. But before we get into that, we're going to cover the other big event in comics this week. We're going to talk very briefly about Justice League. So with me now is Pete Haynes from Puritan Radio.
Hello.
How you doing, Pete?
Very good, how are you?
All right.
Good.
Ultra micro review of Justice League the movie. Pete, what did you think?
Beautiful mess is the best way to describe it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first comic I am looking at this week is Spider-Man Renew Your Vows issue 13. As I mentioned last week, I'm quite a big fan of Spider-Man, so it's only fair I mention this. But the main reason I'm mentioning this is because it's drawn by Nick Roche, who is a friend of mine from the Transformers community. He started off as a fanboy drawing fan comics for Auto Assembly, a big Transformers convention. He's been doing Transformers comics for well over 10 years now for IDW. He's just made his first leap to mainstream superhero comics, and he's coming on to Spider-Man, so it's pretty much made to please me, and it really does. If you're not reading Renew Your Vows, this came off the back of the Secret Wars miniseries of the same name. It's probably the most well received out of all the Secret Wars miniseries, and it got its own series, which has been going for 13 issues now. Mary Jane and Peter in this continuity have remained married, and they've had a kid, and that kid now has spider-like powers, and as a family, all three of them go out and fight bad guys in the grand Marvel superhero tradition. Excellent book, thumbs up from me, give it a look. So, my second pick from this week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ghostbusters. No Hero Turtles, no real Ghostbusters here. This is the genuine articles of both. IDW have been doing a fantastic job with the Turtle series in general, which has been going for like 78 issues now, so longer than most Marvel DC titles it seems. Great stuff. It's a complete rebrand of the continuity. It started from scratch. Rather than Splinter just being a mutated rat who learnt Kung Fu from watching a guy through a cage. Jamie knows what I'm talking about, cameraman. It's interesting because they've rebooted it and they've done this thing where they're reincarnated spirits of genuine ancient samurai warriors who were killed along with their dad by Shredder back in feudal Japan, and the spirits are reincarnated now and they continue to fight against Shredder. Really good fun, well worth checking out. This one sees those turtles teaming up with the Ghostbusters. This is the second time they've met in IDW Comics. The first series did really well. It's a load of fun. Why wouldn't you want to read this one? Wubba lubba dub dub. It's Rick and Morty. As you'll know, we had a big Rick and Morty signing in store, so we've been well on board the Rick and Morty train at this point. We've been carrying the book. I think we were one of the first shops in the UK to carry it because it was not available in the UK for a while, but we still had it because we're just that good. This wraps up the Pocket Like You Stole It mini-series. It was a 5-issue series. We have all 5 issues in store, plenty of issue 5. If you like Rick and Morty, we're the place to come and get the comics. So come and get the comics. So we have an issue 1 from Image here. This is Void Trip. It's a brand new series that no one has seen before. I've given it a quick read because it piqued my interest. The general high concept here is quite simply fear and loathing in the Star Wars universe. So you've got a couple of characters who are doing their Serenity Spaceball Star Wars thing of just trying to get by in a universe that wants to generally kill them. But they want to take drugs while they do it. So yeah, like I say, fear and loathing definitely on display here. It's an interesting first issue. I can't say it's going to be the best series in the world, but it's a good starting point, and it certainly made me want to read more. So come in, check it out. Brand new book, brand new issue 1. What more do you want than a great jumping on point? Doomsday Clock. Ooh, and it's all lenticular, which I'm sure it's not going to come out here. You can kind of see Rorschach. Superhero logos, Rorschach, superhero logos, blurry mess of the two. Instantly better than any of the Marvel lenticulars, which don't really seem to do anything or focus on any one thing. This is the one you want, Doomsday Clock. And I've already read it, and so has Pete from Puritans Radio.
I have indeed, and I've got one of the other covers featuring Superman and Dr. Manhattan in the background.
So you went for the one with the Superman on the cover?
I thought I would, yeah.
Do you like Superman?
I'm a big fan of Superman. Regular listeners to my radio show will know that, and you obviously know that very well.
I did know.
So yeah, very excited about.
I was doing banter. That's why you didn't get it.
I like it.
Yeah. So we both read it. What did you think?
I liked it. It was obviously, I don't want to spoil anything because it's not officially out.
No spoilers
today, but when you're watching it, it will be out. But yeah, it's different to how I expected it to be. I didn't expect the premise to be quite how it was, but it's interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting.
So the 9-panel grid format's back.
Yeah.
The old Rorschach lettering on the caption boxes is back. Straight away, my first thought was, this feels like Watchmen.
Yes.
And I didn't know if they'd managed to land that. So I was pretty impressed with that. There's a lot to catch up on. Time has obviously moved on from the end of Watchmen issue 12. It's clearly set in that universe. And it's going places. I would definitely recommend you come and store and check this out. This is by far the biggest release of the year. It might be the biggest event in comics this decade. It's going to be that much of a landmark thing, and yeah, it does look like does look like DC is coming into this, which is what they promised us. Hence the logos on the thing. Are you just going to put the picture of the cover over Pete's face? Do it. Yeah.
Funny.
Doomsday Clock. Be quiet picture. Oh. So a lot of you saw the video last week. Brilliant. I hope you watch this one and enjoy it, because if you don't, you won't hear me talking to you right now. What we would like you to do is put a little comment below so we know you're watching it. Tell us what you think, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick 3 of the comments and we're going to give you this print, but you will have to pop into store to collect it, because otherwise I'm just going to fold it and put it in an envelope, and who wants that? So it's a nice print of Doomsday Clock in black and white. It's good print quality. It's not just printed on A4 paper. It's a good quality print. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think of this series. Even if you hate it, pop in store. You might get something. Who knows? Okay, and my pick of graphic novel this week. Well, there wasn't actually that many trades that blew my mind this week. I had a look through them. It's all okay stuff. Come in and check it out. It's great. But this is the good stuff. This is the first volume of Lock and Key. This is one of my favourite series from the last 10 years. IDW did something very much unlike the stuff I normally read. It's written by Joe Hill, who some of you might know is Stephen King's son. It's great horror, but with a really interesting twist to it, where there's an ancient house and these kids find keys dotted around, and every key in the house does something different. It could unlock your head so you can go in and remove bad thoughts. It could, you walk through it and you become one of the animals that live on the ground. It's super interesting, super weird. I wasn't sure if I was going to be into it, but yeah, I was. And it's 6 books and then it's done. So it's a whole complete story, and then you can get out. And here's the hipster reason to get into this book now. There is a TV series coming, and you can say you were there before the TV show came out. So come in, check out Lock and Key. It's a great series. I don't think anyone who reads this will be disappointed. So as I mentioned last week, we have Spa Wars coming up, which is going to be in Leamington on the 2nd of December. In anticipation of this event, we're having a mini event in store this coming Saturday, which is the 25th of November. We have Reese Finley, who is a Topps trading card artist working on the new Star Wars set. He's going to be in store from 2 o'clock onwards signing stuff. We're going to have cosplayers walking around town doing the cosplay thing, collecting for charity. So it's going to be a big Star Wars day for us in store this Saturday. So please come in, do the Star Wars thing with us, feel the Force, and pick up Doomsday Clock. That's the important bit. Doomsday Clock. Do it.